dating back to the construction of the first Union Racecourse in Queens, New York, in 1821. The American sports snack culture has gone hand in hand with ticket sales and competitive gambling, forming the three earliest profit channels of the U.S. sports industry. As the smoke of the Civil War cleared, baseball, originally a stress reliever in military camps, became the true national pastime of America through the hands of millions of veterans. In 1869, the Cincinnati Red Stockings, the first fully salaried and professional team in sports history, embarked on their national tour. 7 years later, the establishment of Major League Baseball, MLB, not only marked a brand new era for American professional sports, but also presented the world with an omnipresent business model that relentlessly pursued commercial profit. Among them, the pivotal figure who truly turned stadium catering into a massive business is generally considered to be Harry Stevens, a British immigrant from Ohio. He not only contracted the concession stands at various stadiums and standardized the hawkers' calls in the stands, but also designed the first spectator snack package for American sports fans: the Big Three combination of peanuts, popcorn, and hot dogs. As a genuine underground fruit native to the Americas, peanuts were originally the most typical humble food dating back to the era of the transatlantic slave trade. However, after hawkers carrying canvas bags brought peanuts into baseball stands, Americans quickly realized that in a game lasting up to 3 hours, nothing beats a bag of peanuts to kill time during boring breaks. Furthermore, with the deepening of American urbanization and the fast-paced life driven by the gears of industry, the gypsy nuts, peanuts, once mocked during the Civil War, ironically developed a bizarre rebellious culture. In a public environment that should emphasize hygiene, littering peanut shells was exempted as a unique, stress-relieving behavior at the ballpark. When the game ended, the audience filed out along a path paved with peanut shells, the soles of their shoes making a rhythmic crunching sound, which became the uniquely rugged aesthetic of American stadium culture at the time. Even today, in most baseball parks, this seemingly uncultured practice is still tacitly accepted as a matter of course. Speaking of popcorn, another stadium snack, its product attributes were completely complementary to peanuts from the very beginning. Peanuts are salty and savory, while popcorn is richly sweet. Peanuts have a firm texture, whereas popcorn is fluffy. Peanuts need to be shelled, while popcorn is grabbed and chewed. Moreover, this snack that boomed during the Great Depression seemed to naturally possess a satisfying, easy-to-share buff attribute. Customers could buy a huge bucket for very little money, allowing a family of 3 to grab and eat without needing utensils during the game. Additionally, out of their love for both peanuts and popcorn, Americans later simply crossbred the two, creating another Wampa trump card stadium snack, Cracker Jack. This treat originated from the creative idea of the Rueckheim brothers at the 1893 Chicago World's Fair. It is a packaged snack mixing peanuts and popcorn, coated in a thick layer of caramel. Its name comes from American slang phrase meaning always great, top-notch stuff. Due to its low-cost ingredients, moisture-proof packaging, and ease of transport and sale, it quickly became a star product in the sports snack category. In 1908, American vaudeville performer and composer Jack Norworth was inspired by a baseball poster and created the pop song, "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." The lyrics and music later ranked 8th on the National Endowment for the Arts Songs of the Century list. It is no exaggeration to call it the national anthem of North American baseball. The lyrics include the line, "Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack, I don't care if I never get back," which is enough to show its heavy status in the hearts of fans. Furthermore, Cracker Jack started its prize in every box marketing campaign as early as 1912. After entering baseball stadiums, it launched 2 classic sets of baseball cards in 1914 and 1915. Before it, this card collecting model was almost monopolized by major American tobacco companies. It was the emergence of Cracker Jack that truly gave this adult-oriented card collecting game a family-friendly attribute. Today, a complete 176 card set of the 1915 Cracker Jack baseball cards can fetch a staggering $1 million in the collector's market, establishing its weight in American sports culture. Compared to the snack attributes of peanuts and popcorn, the hot dog was the earliest main meal staple in American stadiums. If discussed from the perspective of food history, the story of this Frankfurt sausage and long bun is indeed a long one. But if we look at it purely from the perspective of demand, its popularity is primarily because people cheering wildly at the stadium really needed a filling, hunger-busting solid food to sustain their stomachs. Compared to meat patties that need to be grilled one by one, hot dogs rolling on a rotating grill obviously offer much higher serving efficiency. Coupled with the long bun providing ample carbohydrates and its clever structural design that is both anti-scald and grease-proof, it was fully qualified to stand like a tripod alongside the classic peanuts and popcorn in the birth era of American sports culture. As time moved into the second half of the 20th century, along with the booming development of the American sports industry, the food in the hands of fans also ushered in a major upgrade in flavor. In Buffalo, New York, the originally overlooked chicken wings unexpectedly sparked a connection with TV satellite broadcasts, becoming a must-order delicacy in every sports bar during game telecasts. On the ice hockey rink, New Jerseyans took the lead in representing the U.S. to once again show off their powerful kitchen modding skills. They added a massive amount of mozzarella cheese to poutine, the #1 dish on Canadian hockey rinks, creating the disco fries that Americans are proud of. However, if we talk about the biggest superstar to emerge in the hands of fans during this period, it undoubtedly belongs to nachos. Originally born on the U.S.-Mexico border and later meticulously modified in American stadiums, this dish involves mixing crispy tortilla chips with vegetables and minced meat, supplemented with melted cheese, jalapenos, and various dipping sauces, and finally dumping it all onto a paper tray. These stadium nachos were first standardized and improved for quick service by a Texan named Frank Liberto in 1976 and sold at Arlington Stadium, the home of the Texas Rangers. Its positioning is roughly between a snack and a main meal, serving as a substantial, shareable platter. Because the flavor is incredibly rich, once you eat one chip, you simply can't stop. But once you eat too much, you will inevitably get thirsty. Therefore, it is dubbed by capitalists as the perpetual motion machine for beverage sales. Being so outstanding, it naturally has the reason to stand shoulder to shoulder with the older generation of peanuts, popcorn, and hot dogs, ranking as the fourth king in stadium concession stands. To be frank, since Harry Stevens began contracting stadium concessions in the early 20th century, the evolution of American stadium snacks over the past century or so hasn't really produced any absolute, nationwide blockbuster hits. Shrewd businessmen have mostly just applied internet-era marketing tactics to existing food categories. Take the 2-foot-long giant hot dogs, the super ice cream with a full 12 massive scoops, or the various helmet-shaped commemorative snacks at baseball games. Rather than being actual food meant to be eaten, they're practically just props for the camera. If we're talking about a genuine masterpiece with some technological innovation, it would have to be the Dippin' Dots ice cream from Kentucky. Its biggest selling point is dripping the raw ingredients into an ultra-low temperature environment of over minus 190 degrees Celsius achieved by liquid nitrogen. While other ice creams are served by the scoop, ball, cup, or tub, their ice cream comes in highly futuristic little beads and pellets. However, because its storage conditions are extremely demanding, it can only be sold individually in public venues like stadiums using large-scale freezing equipment. In terms of taste, it's certainly novel, but it's hard to call it mind-blowing. It basically remains a visual gimmick for foreigners on social media. That being said, we must emphasize one thing. The above pattern-based summary is almost completely inapplicable to the current US, Canada, and Mexico FIFA World Cup venues. Because in this unprecedentedly massive sporting event, almost all stadium operators have racked their brains to design highly personalized, internet-famous foods for their concessions. Therefore, the American stadium snack scene is currently experiencing a brief, unprecedented battle royale-style competition, as for which contenders will ultimately break out from the hands of the spectators in the stands and claim the crown off the pitch. I think we should just let the dust settle a bit. Once the World Cup reaches its truly thrilling grand finale, I'll dedicate a special episode to reviewing and summarizing it all for you. If you like my video, please don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.